this issue of Fashion Classics, turn the clock back to 1993, when fashion surged with the power of black. In the fashion news, see how designers the world over bet on black. And meet Dell'Olio, who struck black gold with his all-black collection for Klein Company. And nothing complements a black wardrobe like the accessories of Swarovski. See why CoverGirl Helena Barria was 1993's bright light. And check out what famous PIBs, people in black, were wearing in 1993. Plus, hot tips to create a big blackout today. Why was black so popular in 1993? We went to New York City, the people in black capital of the world, to find out.
It's easy to wear because it's like not really too expressive. You don't have to think too hard about what you want to wear. It matches with anything, you know what I mean?
Black is a color that can help you fade into the background, or you can stand out with it if you choose to.
It's a color that always fits.
Well, I'm very fair complexion. You know, I've got blonde hair, so if I wear black, it doesn't really... It kind of like, it's good balance between my fair complexion and, you know, the color black.
And for the motorcycle, so for the motor, with the leaky, the oil.
After you gain 24 pounds, you want to cover up what you gain. Black helps.
I like it because it's serious. All my clothes match, and I don't have to worry about laundry.
Because it looks cool. Because it's beautiful. It's a beautiful color, although it's not really a color.
Wearing black was not new in 1993. People in black, otherwise known as PIBs, have been making history for years. Borgia, the Black Widow, made a killing in black. Dracula made us hunger for it. Queen Victoria made it a national pastime. And Abe Lincoln's black wardrobe went down in fashion history. 1993 celebrity PIBs included Patti LaBelle, Anna Sui, famous daughter Sofia Coppola, photographer Stephen Meisel, and his pal Madonna. In 1993, everyone wanted to be a PIB, as designers the world over bet on black for fall.
One color that does seem to dominate again for fall is black.
And it's also politically correct. It's easy to wear. You don't call attention to yourself.
The masses are black. I love black.
Though black wasn't new to fashion, 1993 was the first time that it was so prevalent. It seemed like a burial for the conspicuous luxury of the 1980s. Women around the world were finally letting go of the negative connotations of black and embracing its practical advantages. Black is sleek and chic. It travels well and is easy to accessorize. Black, especially head to toe, also makes the wearer look slimmer. Black became an attitude. Tired of over-the-top 80s power dressing, women were ready for sleeker, more subtly confident clothes that didn't overpower the wearer. Although black reached cult status among those who considered themselves outsiders and renegades, by 1993, women in the know embraced black. A statement attributed to Henry Ford said, "You can have any color you want, so long as it's black." And night has always been the right time to cast an enchanting spell with black. Nothing exudes elegance and richness like black, in multi-textures and tones. No other color is as versatile. Black, coloring fashion for fall 1993 and still a favorite color of choice today. By 1993, designer Dell'Olio had been striking black gold for Klein and Company for almost 20 years. While he co-designed the collection with Donna Karan until 1984, it was his singular vision that led the company into the 90s.
I think what we really aimed to do was design a collection for women. We wanted to do the purest clothes we possibly could do. It had to be absolutely clean, absolutely pure, no gimmicks, and clothes that women would really understand, look at, and love.
In the 1980s, women loved Dell'Olio's Dress for Success styling.
Our collection starts with fabrics, always, and we had such a strong feeling for real clothes. I mean, every year you do real clothes, but we didn't want clothes with gimmicks. We wanted clothes that were versatile, and the fabrics had to be that way.
Dell'Olio's versatility offered something for everyone.
I don't think there's any particular Klein woman. I think she's a woman who likes clothes, understands dressing, appreciates quality and shape and fit, and is after the best quality she can buy. I really just wanted to make beautiful clothes, and make women look like women, and break a few barriers of what is day, what is night. Just make women look elegant and beautiful the way they do want to look.
For fall 1993, Dell'Olio delivered all the ingredients for chic modern dressing in what turned out to be his last collection for Klein. Though his outlook remained bright, the collection was predominantly black.
If I had one color to design in, it would be black. I mean, it runs the gamut of emotions. It's dramatic, it's sexy, it's coy, it's quiet, it's loud. I mean, it does anything, and it works on everyone. I'm more interested in the moment, and I like to make women look beautiful. And if they said that 20 years from now that he made women look beautiful, great. That's really what I'm concerned with. What's most satisfying is having my dreams come true.
Dell'Olio for Klein, 1993. While black is the absence of color, and crystal a colorless quartz, nothing radiates color like the crystals of Swarovski, the world's largest manufacturer of cut crystal stones, used by the most famous names in fashion, design, and lighting. Nearly 100 years old, by 1993, Swarovski produced 60 million stones daily, in over 100,000 colors and shapes. Company founder Daniel Swarovski invented a crystal cutting technique that even today remains unrivaled. Since 1989, French creativity, traditional craftsmanship, and Swarovski's high technology have combined to create an exquisite line of accessories, achieving a beautiful metamorphosis in crystal.
Crystal is just a wonderful material, for giving you possibilities, unlimited possibilities, I would say, to create accessories or objects. It's a magical material because it's hard, it's soft, it's brilliant, it has so different facets. It's just a very special, unique material.
Under the creative direction of Le Galley, who worked with Karl Lagerfeld for 15 years, crystal continued its magical evolution.
The 93 fall collection shows how versatile crystal can be, because there is a very unconstructive approach to the jewelry part without metal, all in crystal. And yeah, it was a kind of challenge to show what, with the fashion trend of today, you can express in crystal.
Each season, the Danielle Swarovski collection pushes the boundaries of design through its collaboration with embroiderers at Montex.
With Montex, we start from design. We discuss together what we want to express with the design, the colors, the materials, and then they are making a sample. The design of an embroidery is very, very precise. We try to reproduce all the details. The young lady will need to realize and to embroider, for example, the bag for Swarovski. So here it's the precise drawing. We always work with the fantastic material, colors and stones, and so it's wonderful.
In 1993, Swarovski launched a new line called Swarovski Selection, marking a whole new era in crystal.
Swarovski Selection was launched last year, 1992, internationally, and it's a new line which tries to put crystal back in modern life. These pieces are functional pieces, of course with a very strong accent on decoration. To work with crystal is certainly a challenge. Crystal is quite a unique material, has, I would say, a long history in terms of tradition, in terms of, I would even call it a magic.
Magic and imagination are showcased at the Danielle Swarovski boutique on the Rue Royale in Paris. This jewel box of a shop was the first in a series that spanned the fashion capitals of the world. Swarovski, shining stars of 1993.
Hello, I'm Joop.
Wolfgang Joop is the sexy and sophisticated German designer whose international popularity in the early 90s launched a $100 million design empire. Men wanted to emulate his look, and women adored him, making Joop 1993's second most recognizable face in Germany, next to Chancellor Helmut Kohl. By 1993, Joop's fashion philosophy extended around the world, transcending cultural boundaries.
Ich glaube, dass Mode eine internationale Sprache spricht.
I am not a manufacturer who only responds to the market demand. No, I create very personal things which tell something about me.
Joop began his career as a designer, sketching a girlfriend's fashion homework. His work quickly led to awards and offers from fashion houses. In addition to his women's line, Joop began designing for men, the kind of clothes he wanted to see in his own closet. But Joop's offering didn't stop at beautiful and functional clothing. Not only was Joop on everyone's lips and hips, but in 1993, he was behind their ears and wrists as well.
Das
I created a perfume because I always thought it was not easy to design a dress which suits all women. Yet perfume doesn't have a zipper or buttons, but fits everybody. You make a perfume almost as a poet. This is how I did it with my first woman's perfume. I said, this is for a summer night in Sanssouci. It had to be the scent of jasmine, vanilla, patchouli, and roses. When I created a new men's perfume, I saw a new man who is wild at heart, who is determined and sentimental, yet he is also courageous.
Designer, artist, and poet, Joop created his perfume collections with sensuality in mind.
Perfume should be very emotional and sexually appealing. This is what perfume should really be like. Perfume was the possibility to send my name and message around the world.
Wolfgang Joop for 1993. Do you remember the international cover girl who outshone the competition in 1993? It was Spanish beauty Helena Barria.
I'm coming from a wonderful country, and I have a wonderful culture, you know, as a Spanish, and I will always be very, very proud of it.
For this proud woman of La Mancha, chasing her windmills meant overcoming her self-consciousness.
I was considered as the ugliest of my class, let's say. I was always very into sports and all of that. I wasn't considered like a typical pretty young girl, you know. I think beauty comes from here, all comes from inside. Because you can be very perfect in the outside, but don't really say anything, you know. It's like the people I consider more beautiful are those that really have a very a special personality, very strong character.
And it was Helena's ability to go from character to character that kept designers clamoring for more.
I always get very much into the mood of what the image of the designer is, which one is the image he wants to give. And I also get a lot into the music. I like music a lot, and when I go out stage, I totally let myself go. Well, the show seasons can be a little rough because in like a month and a half you have to travel all over the world and, you know, have very tight schedule, and you don't have that much time free. But I must say that I love it. I love doing it. It's like I'm really happy, especially when I'm on stage. When I have to do my work, I do it the best I can, right? And if I have to be like a diva, I will be, but out of the business, I'm just Helena Barria, right?
During a fashion blackout, nothing shines like the little black dress. First introduced by legendary designer Coco Chanel. In 1926, Vogue labeled it the new uniform, a label which sticks perfectly still today. The little black dress, although ever-changing through the years, is truly a wardrobe staple, especially for evening wear. It lends itself to thousands of interpretations and endless possibilities. But in 1993, it was the big black dress that celebrated an overwhelming presence on the runways. Long, yet always modern. Fashion in 1993 subjected itself to a reality check, and the big black dress was an item for all seasons. A beautiful way to fade to black. Big black dress, long on style. 1993's Big Blackout presented another challenge, maintaining a black wardrobe. Here were the important accessories you needed. Because your closet was darker than space's deepest black hole, you needed a flashlight to find your daily outfit. That was one problem.
I have a long white-haired cat. So it's a problem, but you get at that masking tape and peel it off.
For really tough lint, like cat hair, a little tape went a long way. Just wrap some around your finger and go to it. Now, it may not be ideal, but for black leather touch-ups, a magic marker usually did the trick.
If you're standing in direct sunlight, you can experience elevated temperature.
Not to worry, with a little fan, keeping cool in the hottest black looks was a breeze. The accessories that helped you survive the big blackout. Now, while it may have been big fashion news in 1993, black has outlived almost any other trend. Even today, nothing epitomizes simple chic like black. It's the big blackout of 1993 from Fashion Classics.